Hello, what is going on, CALLOUS tour enjoyers? It is the Sprinkler here, narrating a set between Endill and Gorgie here, and it's definitely a hype set. Endill's a very solid player, as well as Gorgie. Endill actually just crushed me like last week for PPL, so he's definitely no slouch. Gorgie, he definitely brings a lot of unusual stuff, and but he's a good player. And right off the bat, he's already bringing a Smurgle here. So here, Endill could opt for a Lovely Kiss or something to try to sleep the Smurgle, but like Smurgle's probably like it's almost always Lum, I would say, unless it's like some weird like Salic or some kind of Pinchberry set to pass. So we'll see what happens. So Endill right away, Lovely Kisses, maybe expecting some kind of Pinchberry, and then Gorgie goes with the DD. So Gorgie returns with the Lum, however Jinx's Lum as well, and then Jinx returns with an Ice Beam. So based on these plays, I feel like Endill thought that he might Baton Pass out or something with the Dragon Dance, so he was kind of hesitant to Lovely Kiss again, or maybe he felt like he might miss or something. I feel like if you're Lum though versus a Smurgle, you should just attack into it because like you're gonna prevent it from getting up a layer and passing and stuff like that. So I feel like Lovely Kissing is a waste if you're not going to do it again. Plus into Smurgle, it's like almost always Lum, like I said. So he gets hit with the Spore again, and then Gorgie is going to spike up, so it might still be a Baton Pass set, but at the same time, I feel like you want Boom or something to prevent any setups, because Smurgle can give up momentum easily versus a Dragon Dancer or something. So plus Dragon Dance actually boosts the power of Explosion, so that could be one reason he wants to run that. Just to have speed over anything with the DD, and he can stop any momentum. So here we see Metagross just immediately take out the Smurgle as he gets up a second layer. He's going to send in Suicune against the Metagross after it gets the kill, and he doesn't want to quite blow up on it yet, which leads me to believe Gorgie is okay with letting his Suicune get blown up on, because Metagross must be a threat to stuff like maybe Arrow or Tar in the back. If you see a Smurgle lead, you're probably going to see like a Gengar to prevent spin. You're probably going to see an Arrow to outspeed spinners like Starmie and keep up pressure with spikes up. Plus it pairs nicely with like Dragon Dance Tar. They both hit with rock attacks and word down stuff for each other. So Gorgie's just going to fire off an immediate surf to chip whatever, either the Metagross if it's fine with staying in and blowing up, or it's going to chip the Zapdos here, which Endill opts to do. Gorgie's going to go straight to his complete wall of basically any special attacker. So the fact that Endill Toxics here, I feel like it's probably like a rest set, because getting crippled here just to Toxic a natural Cure Blissey doesn't seem that exciting. He does miss though, which sucks. He misses again, and then Blissey's going to fire off its own Toxic, but still I think the Zapdos is going to be able to heal itself up. He makes an interesting switch in here, risking the Toxic as well with his Claydol. It could be Refresh or something though, so that could prevent it from getting worn down. But Flamethrower and Toxic on this Blissey. It could be like Ice Beam. This Suicune, I'm not sure yet. Gengar is usually like at least Boom. I don't know, it could be all sorts of different things. So I think Claydol just is likely to Psychic here, because it's not getting 2 KO'd by any of Gengar's attacks while at 2 KOs in return. So it's fine to Psychic here to try to get rid of the spin blocker, so you can eventually get hazards off. He does get the Wisp off to start wearing down this Claydol, but this Gengar is going to be either forced out, or it's going to try to boom to preserve momentum, or it could have opted to just attack and then follow up with something else. But Endill's going to go to his slept Pokemon that is near useless right now because, well, it's actually like he can't get slept again, so it's fine to just kind of switch it in. If it dies, it dies. He's not risking getting slept again by a Smeargle at least. So Gengar could very well have Hypnosis, but with Will-O-Wisp that seems unlikely. I doubt it's Sing Bliss with Toxic. So it ends up being a Destiny Ball on Gengar, and he does risk it on the sleep turn. Jinx finally wakes up and traps the Blissey. So this leads me to believe it's like a Doug follow-up that will try to look to take advantage of Blissey being trapped, and like the rest of his team like probably has special attackers to take advantage of that too. So he's gonna Perish Song, so he's gonna follow up with the Doug here, and it's gonna be a substitute set, just so you guaranteed can get the Perish turns down. So Blissey's gonna go down eventually. Yep, he switches in the Zapdos here because, like I said, it's probably rest, so he can heal up. Goes hard Claydol on the... oh shit. He goes hard Claydol on the Jolteon. However, it immediately gets crit, which is unfortunate because now he cannot he cannot even attempt to get a spin off or damage on the Jolt. He just kind of has to let Claydol die now. If he did not get crit, he could risk, he could threaten spin, or he could threaten killing the Gengar, or he could threaten Boom Chip, even though it wouldn't do that much because Claydol's burnt. So the best scenario would him being able to get a spin off. So that sucks for Endill. So he's going to go back to his Suicune on the Metagross. The rest of his team must be pretty weak to this thing. He's fine taking this trade. Looks like Jolteon's going to cover this Zapdos relatively decently. Especially if it's sub, then it just blanks Toxic. So Doug Trio is not faster than Jolteon. Doug Trio doesn't do anything versus Gengar except Rock Slide, I guess. So Metagross is definitely the biggest threat to the team right now, I feel like. However, it's going to be really hard to get past Suicune here. He's going to hard Dug in just to sack it so he can get in something else for free. Looks like Zapdos. But yeah, this game is looking quite over. He does get the Thunder Wave off on Jolteon, but looks like it's dual Toxic, or I mean dual status, which is kind of interesting. Toxic and Thunder Wave. I wonder what the last move was on this. So he's gonna try to go for like a Wisp Miss and like attack raises and all that to try to just be able to beat the Coon, which I really doubt he's gonna be able to. He's gonna go for a crit. So he gets roared out. So yeah, the Doug trapping the Blissey is definitely aimed toward helping out this Suicune here. And he's gonna Surf for absolute 0 damage into the Calm Mind, but it doesn't matter because he's gonna get roared out anyway. And then Metagross is going to take damage from hazards and Surfs. So he does opt to just go for the damage here. However, now Earthquake is going to kill this, so I wonder if this Suicune's not even rest, or else I feel like he would have gone for it. But he does have Flygon in the back, which is going to tank any of Metagross's attacks, so I guess that's why he was fine with doing that. Suicune here is actually kind of... well, no, it's not, because Gengar's Destiny Bond, I guess. So... and it's... I think he reveals... yeah, he reveals Thunderbolt here, which is going to play around the Destiny Bond. Or him trying to play around Destiny Bond, so... so Gorgie's going to take game 1 here. Definitely took it pretty well. I feel like he was ahead most of the game. We'll go back to turn 1 here. Like I said, the only reason I can think of that he would Lovely Kiss here is that he thinks it could be a Pinch Berry, and he wants to stop that. And the only reason I can think of him going for Ice Beam after the fact is because he's afraid of Sub and Baton Pass. So if Smeargle substitutes here on a Lovely Kiss, then he could potentially get a Dragon Dance to something for free. So that's why he decided to Ice Beam. However, I feel like, I don't know, I just feel like it's very unlikely to be that versus just a spiking lead, trying to gain as much momentum as possible. So we'll go to game 2 here. Very interesting lead here from Endill. And Gorgie actually opts to bring Jinx this time instead of Endill. And it matches up very nicely versus the Venusaur here. Both of Jinx's special attack, or stabs, hit Venusaur's special super effectively. So, he's going to go Hard Tar here on the Mean Look. And unless this is Lumberry, then it's going to get slept. Okay, so he's actually going to go with the route that Endill went with last game, and sub up and all that versus the Tar to make sure it goes down. So we can probably assume he might have like a Gengar, Jirachi, different stuff that doesn't like facing a Tyranitar. So it's actually Protect as well on the Dugtrio, just so you can get that extra lefties back in case you want to maybe potentially trap something else later on. So he's going to Protect again just to gain some more lefties and scout and see what Venusaur wants to do. It's interesting that he opted to hard Giga Drain again. Well, that's unfortunate. He does miss the Meteor. I mean, he misses the Sleep Powder into getting hit by Meteor. So he finally does nail the Metagross, but it's going to be a threat here. It's not like Venusaur can do too much except maybe HP Fire back, and I feel like that's probably not even doing a ton. So the fact that he's staying in here, well, he wants to wake up, obviously. Venusaur's already been weakened. I feel like Doug could even maybe finish it off at this point, so it's less and less likely that Venusaur is going to be able to get another sleep off. And he actually hits Fortress with HP Fire here. So definitely a good decision to stay in rather than try to go to something that threatens out the Fori, because now you get good chip on it and wake up. So he goes to Gengar here, trying to threaten HP Grass and all that. So he Ice Punches here, and I believe that was to try to catch Venusaur on a HP Grass, but I mean, I feel like it would probably drop to a punch after that anyway. I don't know. However, what it also does is lets a Blissey in, which he can then trap again. And I believe this Gengar is going to hit him with the Parashong as well. So he has 2 Mons with Mean Look Parashong that Doug can abuse with Substitute Protect, which is very interesting. I think someone mentioned in the chat you wouldn't run this Dugtrio to only trap 1 Mon. So you're really going all in on catching multiple Mons with these 2 as well, Jinx and Gengar. Definitely a cool strategy. And it looks like Blissey can't even touch the Gengar. It looks like it doesn't even have Ice Beam or anything, so yeah, this Blissey's gonna die. And Starmie is gonna threaten Spin now as well. So he goes to Fortress just to try to bait in the water move so that he can heal up Venusaur. However, Gorgie reads that all the way, gets the Ice Beam off, and Venusaur goes down. Wish goes off for Fortress now. However, Fortress is doing nothing to Gengar with HP Bug, and it's probably like a well, it can mean Look and Perish Song, so he does T-Bolt the Moltres for a good chunk, and he's going to be able to threaten to kill this right after. I feel like Pert's super free here, though. Like, how much is Pert taking from Ice Punch, and how much is it doing back, you know? I mean, what is it, a Surf Set or something? No, it's actually 3-attack, Ice Beam, I would say Ice Beam, Hydro, EQ. So it looks like this Doug is going to come in again to get another kill, which is absurd. Yeah, Gorgie played super well this game, and I feel like it was a tough matchup too. Like, Dugtrio trapped, what, 2 Mons, I think, because Gengar did 1 himself. Gengar didn't even need to go to Doug, because Blissey couldn't hurt it, so yep, definitely a good, well-played set by Gorgie here. I thought Endill played okay. I mean, I just feel like versus this game 1 especially, I just feel like he let the Smeargle do more than it should have, you know what I mean? So I feel like he was afraid of something that was a lot less likely than what it was. But overall, you know, well played to these guys. They're here for a reason, and it was definitely an interesting set, and I really like the text that Gorgie brings. So yeah, have a good one, guys, and I'll see you all in the next games.